I honestly thought after the whole Johnny Somali situation that we weren't going to be hearing about other influencers going and doing obnoxious shit over there. For some reason, it has amplified it. You know, most streamers in general aren't the most sane of folk. They are always doing something weird, be it like, you know, hot tub bikini streams. There was that era on Twitch where literal was being shown. We have these alpha male streamers like Sneeko and Andrew Tate and all of that jazz. All of those red pill, blue pill type loony bins. Streamers are no strangers to, you know, doing some weird and wacky and just outright like stupid stuff to get views. Unfortunately, that's the case for content creators as a whole. And every time I see something new about like content creators and streamers and stuff like that, I always say to myself, this is the worst it can get. There's no way in hell it could get any worse than this. And every single time, I'm proven wrong. I have a little bit too much hope in humanity nowadays. But one person I really did not expect to go to Japan and start all of this hoopla was fucking Ice Poseidon. Do you remember him? This motherfucker was huge on Twitch back in the day. And by back in the day, I mean like 5, 6, 7 years ago. And he was constantly on all of the fucking drama channels. He was constantly getting into shit. But one of the biggest things that had him banned on Twitch, and is the reason we haven't seen much of this man in a long time, is because while he was on a plane, a bomb threat got called in, and whoever called the airline said that it was Ice Poseidon who actually had the bomb on him. And then yeah, a whole hoopla happened. He got interviewed by the news. Twitch and all of his sponsors saw him as problematic, so they just dropped him. Twitch banned him. But that's a little history on Ice Poseidon if you don't know. My man is no stranger to getting into shenanigans. But it has been a few years since that big ordeal, so I thought, you know what, maybe he's like took time away. He mended his mind and he's coming back to this with a better mindset. But no, he's probably in the worst mindset I've ever seen this man in. Now, before I even talk about him and the whole situation with him in Japan, it is nowhere near as bad as Johnny Somali. Nothing to that scale. But I have a feeling with Ice Poseidon, it's going to get a lot worse because there has been a situation that has unfolded where him and his girlfriend got into a bit of a spat. And for context, Ice Poseidon, for whatever fucking reason, man, is over in Japan doing a 24/7 live stream. My man is streaming every waking moment of his life over in Japan, and that might sound familiar because some other person named FusiTube done that not too long ago. And what happened with that?
There's a gun to my head right now. There's a gun to my head. Oh, ma'am, he left. Get them. Help, bye.
He lost his fucking mind. Now, why am I bringing up FusiTube's situation with this? Obviously, maybe Ice Poseidon's a bit more of a veteran streamer. He can handle it. He doesn't seem to be. My man is literally on stream, on the verge of fucking tears, having a breakdown. You wanna know why? Because him and his girlfriend had a bit of a spat. And I wish I could say, oh, it's a personal relationship, so I don't know all of the details, you know, it's a private situation, blah blah blah. But unfortunately, I can't do that because my man aired out his dirty laundry for the world to see. He goes on a rant, screaming at the camera, talking about how his girlfriend isn't happy about the fact that he talked about a girl's rack size or whatever the fuck he said. And his girlfriend, obviously, who was back home in, I don't know where Ice Poseidon lives, but back home, she's not with him. She's not happy about this, because Ice Poseidon just decided to go to Japan. I don't know for how long he's planning on staying there, but I heard somewhere that it's at least like a month, 2 months, streaming 24/7. So not only does she have to see that type of shit on screen while she is hundreds of thousands of miles away, she can't even really get in contact with him because he is constantly busy streaming. So it's a sticky situation. I'm not here to be a relationship coach, so I'm not going to talk about that. But Ice Poseidon basically goes on to fucking call her so many names. Basically saying stuff like, oh, I'm over here making money and working hard, basically losing my mind, making money for your ass who is at home doing nothing. You're doing nothing. Pretty sure at some point he calls her a stupid bitch on live stream. Like, he's not talking to his girlfriend. He is talking to the few thousand viewers that are watching his stream. It's crazy. We're not your therapist, mate. And now the reason I'm talking about this is because obviously he's in Japan. He's going to be streaming 24/7 for basically his entire trip over there. I hope he takes a break. He needs it. And he's obviously going to be going around Japan and doing a few more things for the content. But I'm worried that since he is in a fragile mental state that he has admitted to because of how much he is streaming, I don't think that he is going to slow down anytime soon. He's one of those people that's like, he's like made a goal, he's going to do that goal no matter the circumstances. So obviously in time his mental state is going to decline even further, and we are going to have some outrageous clips being pulled and put online from this man's streams. I am calling it right here. You can mark your calendar right now that EXO said Ice Poseidon is about to do something silly. Okay? He's going to do something silly.
I'm gonna fucking kill her! I'm gonna fuck her up! I can't fucking believe this! I don't care, dude. I don't care, bro. I got glass in my hand. I don't care, bro.
Now, this next one is kind of sad, little bit funny, and very much psychotic behavior. And it is also the most recent situation in Japan. And that is the situation revolving TikToker Joshua Block, who you may know from the, New York City song, In New York, concrete jungle where dreams are made of. Or another classic being, I think I'll take my whiskey lean. I am almost 100% sure that even if you don't know who this guy is, you have seen either the New York video or that one at least once in your For You page. Now, there's a lot to go over with Joshua Block. Yeah, that one. The biggest and main thing that I need to point out is he is actually autistic. Something that a lot of people probably were able to point out from those videos that he made. But from what I've seen, he has a pretty bad dose of autism. And this man has found himself in a slew of controversy over the years. Like, there was some older guy who like kind of took Joshua under his wing and was basically just being a terrible influence on him, just basically using him for the views he has. He'd get him to do some just stupid and silly things that made him look like a fool just so they could make fun of him and so they could get views on said video. And it just wasn't good. It was very sad to see. It was unfortunate, like, to say the least. He also ended up getting into a bit of a drinking problem literally as soon as he turned 21, which is bonkers to me. He had a bit of an alcohol problem. He came out and talked about how like he was addicted to alcohol for like 2 months and he had the shakes and everything after the fact. But me, along with a lot of other people, are starting to believe that he is still not sober, because believe it or not, Mr. New York went to fucking Japan. Yippee. But ever since he went over to Japan, as expected, tomfoolery ensued. There were multiple clips, I mean multiple clips on his first day there. One was him in a restaurant and someone turned to him and said, put the chips in the bag, which basically, for those who don't know, means go work at McDonald's or something. Get a real job type of shit. And young Joshua did not take too kindly to that and he punched him in the back of the head. And it's made even funnier when you realize that the guy that he punched in the head is one of the guys he went to Japan with, which is not a good look. Put the chips in a bag is basically kryptonite to young Joshua here. As soon as he hears it, he goes into a fucking frenzy.
Put the fries in the bag.
Hey, fuck! Hey, shithead! I make 400 grand a year, bitch! Hey, shithead! It's on now!
We're not gonna fight, man.
Then take back what you fucking said!
I'm never taking back anything I said. I love
Fuck
fries.
you!
Oh, come on, man.
My guy just wasted a perfectly good Smirnoff Ice. I am devastated. My man has gone on full-on rampages and screaming matches in the Japanese streets. The type of disruption that would make Godzilla turn around and rethink his attack on Tokyo. There was one clip in particular that I just couldn't help but laugh at. I felt bad for laughing at it as well, given his circumstances. But when you've let yourself be manipulated into just being silly, a silly cunt, that's what I'm gonna say. I feel bad making fun of an autistic kid. But you're being a silly cunt.
I can't breathe! I can't breathe!
Bold, Joshua, bold. Nobody is safe from this man's rampages, even if you are a part of his friend group, as we've seen at the start where he punches the guy in the head. That's not all. There are actually 2 other instances that we seen this man crash out on his own friends. One is when one of his friends showed a bite mark.
He bit me.
What the fuck?
He bit me. Last night we're out with Joshua Block. He bit me.
Like, here, of all places, that he got from Joshua. And there was another clip that I'm pretty sure he was attacking one of his friends. He just comes over and just starts kicking somebody in the leg. And I'm assuming that's one of his friends. And this is usually the part where I, you know, start ripping the person who I'm talking about a new asshole. But the reason I'm so reluctant in this guy's case is not because he's autistic, that obviously has a little bit to do with it, but not fully. It is because I genuinely think he is being manipulated by the people he went to Japan with, and it's very sad to watch.
You immigrant fuck!
Because when you see them in a group and they're sitting down and just like, you know, talking amongst themselves, they are constantly poking fun at Joshua, even though they know how he reacts to that type of shit. It's like they are trying to poke the bear so they can get the most content they possibly can and get all of the views that they possibly can, even though it's not going to come back on a bad way on them. I don't even know if the last part of that was English. I might have had a stroke, I'm not going to lie. But it's the type of behaviour that we here in Ireland call sleeving. And the definition of sleeving is basically somebody who pretends to be nice to you, but they have an ulterior motive. And usually the motive is something bad, like trying to manipulate money out of somebody or whatnot, something along those lines. And I thoroughly believe that everyone that Joshua went to Japan with is a sleeving prick, because while Joshua's having these freakouts, chucking fucking Smirnoff ices at people, screaming and disturbing the peace of these beautiful Japanese streets that are so quiet other than this one fucking guy, while all this is going down, not one of them attempt to go over and try console Joshua or try calm Joshua down. They are standing there giggling amongst themselves, recording the entire thing.
I'll fucking murder you! I make 400 grand a fucking year! I'll kill you!
They look like a bunch of dickheads. And on top of that, Joshua looks very drunk in all of these clips. So not only are they poking the bear and hoping for him to react for content reasons, they're also giving him alcohol, which he has had a problem with in the past, which will make him lash out easier. It's like they are purposely doing this to this guy. And don't get me wrong, that doesn't absolve fucking Joshua of all of the crimes that he is committing in this place, not whatsoever. He's still a stupid fucker. Like, I don't care. I don't care. He's stupid. I know so many autistic people, one of them being my cousin, and they are the fastest people to call you out on your shit you will ever meet. They might not understand social cues and all of this stuff, but they think differently than us. They're able to see things like that other people wouldn't be able to see. And obviously the autistic spectrum like varies like widely. I'm just going off my experiences. The people that I know that are autistic, family members included, usually call me out on my bullshit before I even know about it. But like, does Joshua not have anyone that he can talk to that will just tell him the truth and tell him that these people are not good, this person's manipulating you, this person's doing that, this, family member, guardian, brother, sister, anybody, man, stop this man's fucking behavior and help him. Like, I get it, it's entertaining to watch this shit unfold from a third party perspective, but when you think about it a little deeper like that, like, this has been going on for years with this guy. Years. He has been manipulated by person after person, and I think it's happening again. And nobody has stepped in and try to help him. Like, it's kind of sad when you think about it that way. It's like, does he have anybody, like, at all? But luckily enough, I think the Spectrum Godzilla has come to an end, because recently he has been arrested for his antics, and he has flown back to America to go back to his normal regular life. Now, all of the people that I watched talk about this situation, whenever they got to this point, they worded it very interestingly. They said as soon as he got let out of like jail in Japan, he fled to the USA. So I don't know if he done it legally, but yeah, as I said, like it's a sad situation mixed with a bit of a funny situation mixed with just like downright irritating situation because of how much this has fucking happened. Because it's not just these like huge fucking influencers that are going over and causing this ruckus. It's we hear about this the most, but there are so many small influencers as well just going over and doing so much disrespectful shit to the culture. Like, I don't know the name of the person exactly, but I remember seeing what I assume is a fitness influencer over in Japan doing pull-ups on one of the fucking... Why can't I think of the name? I love these gates. Why can't I think of the name of them? Torii gates, that's the one. Why couldn't I think of that? That upsets me. But yeah, we all know the infamous picture of like this giant like walkway full of these torii gates. It's beautiful, it's historic, and it's just nice to see. Like, that is a piece of history. It's not a pull-up bar, bro. And there have been so many small little instances like this that has like been happening fucking regularly. It's crazy. I just don't get it. You're going over to this country that is known for their respectful culture. They be respectful to everyone they see and they expect you to do the same, especially for their culture. 9 out of 10 people will have no respect for you if you do shit like this or try pull stunts like this for fucking internet clout. Like, brother, my Christ. But yeah, I'm very passionate about this, as you can tell. It annoys me. But let me know what you guys think about this whole fucking uprising. I don't know why it's such a big thing all of a sudden, especially after we had the worst case of it not too long ago, you know? But yeah, folks, with that said, I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like if you did. If you did and you want to see more, make sure to click the subscribe button. We're on the road to 1K. We are 8 subscribers away, ladies and gentlemen. 8 fucking subscribers away. Subscribe. Do it now. Subscribe. Or I will fucking find you. If you like my face and you want to see more, make sure to click on the videos at the end, because those are videos that YouTube specifically pick for you. And if you want to help out the channel a little bit, make sure to leave a thumbs up, because it will let YouTube know that this video is worth watching. And if you go and watch another one of my videos, then it will make YouTube believe that I am actually important and people like me. So please do it. But yeah, folks, with that all said, it has been EXO, and I'll talk to you all later. Have a good one, folks.